So I'm recording the meeting. Please no F-bombs, Fabrizio.
Yes. Sorry, what was that, Rob?
I said no. Please no F-bombs.
Okay.
All right, why don't we get started? Let me share my screen. All right. So today's topic centers all around creativity. We're going to talk about how to improve your creativity and talk about what kills creativity. And I've got some sources that I pulled from. Then we're going to do a group exercise. And I have a quote of the week from Martin. And I also have a joke of the week.
Oh, this is new. Joke of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So let's talk about how you can improve your creativity. I can get this out of the way here. So psychologist Lemon in 1943 proposed that behavior is a function of both the person as well as the physical environment they're in. And it shows that people are more creative when they're in familiar surroundings or territory, something that's familiar to you, whether that be the local Starbucks or your office, or, you know, they talked about how, you know, you take a trucker and you put him in a boardroom, he's not going to be that comfortable. But if you take him to a truck stop and talk to him, he's going to be a lot more creative. They also talked about lighting being important, and especially natural light. You know, a lot of sun and natural lighting helps the creative process a lot more. Noise helps as well, but not very loud noise, just ambient noise. I found that interesting. You know, listening to some soft piano or something like that. I know this guy who creates piano music that would be really good for that.
Yes.
They also talked about temperature. And see, I was nice, guys. I put it in Celsius and Fahrenheit. They said you're most creative at 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes.
That's the most comfortable range for most people. And everybody's going to differ. Some people will be more creative and hotter or even colder. But they said that was for the majority of people, that if you could maintain that temperature well in your creative process, it would be good.
Yes. That's interesting. The aircon at work is held at about 20, and and I can do a good solid day there. Getting in early, the temperature is the same all day, and that seems interesting.
Yeah, I found that interesting. They also talked about color being helping the creative process, especially blues and greens.
Yeah, it's blues for me.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Blues.
So they also said to add inspiration. So things that inspire you, whether that be maybe reading a poem or reading other works or having objects that inspire you from your travels, something that inspires you but doesn't distract you, but inspires you. And they also talked about how creativity needs structure, whether that be the time of day that you do it, whether that be the methods that you use to do the creative process. You need some sort of structure and not have it just haphazard. The also thing that you can do is make a commitment to a set amount of time during the week to do it when you're at your most creative process. Having that commitment and dedication goes a long way to improving your creativity. And this one was good too. I liked it. Having a solid support base, people who support your work. And I think that's very important to you, Martin, that you have a solid support base.
Yep.
For people to listen to your music and give you feedback, positive feedback and not criticism. But, a good solid support base is very important. So surround yourself with those people that are going to inspire you and encourage you.
Mhm.
Any other things that you think could improve your creativity?
Um, a good instrument, because when I play on a good instrument, I am more inspired. Yes, you need a good technology and a good instrument, a good piano.
Right.
A good Steinway piano, grand piano Steinway is more inspiring than an ordinary piano.
Right.
Those a perfectly tuned piano. Well, that worked for me. And when I worked on digital pianos, everything is much easier because it's tuned, doesn't need tuning. So I can use different instruments, voices, so they're more inspiring. And in my case, my particular case, listening to Beethoven's music is very inspiring. Even when I have to write a song, a pop song, a rock song, that's the right musician for me. Queen, Beethoven, Oscar Peterson. I have a group of great musicians that are very inspiring to me.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I listen to their music, I feel good, and I'm ready to create something new. That's how it works for me.
So branching
No,
off of other people's music, like people that listen to a certain genre of music tend to follow into that category, and something like that, Fabrizio?
Say that again, Martin.
I said something like that, Fabrizio? Like you listen to classical and that inspires your piano?
We lose Fabrizio.
Sorry, I
I
was
just wonder.
AFK. I had to say hello
Oh,
to
ha!
Oh.
the builder and decorator who were working here. So sorry for that. I'm here. Did I miss something?
Yeah, I'll re-ask the question. So, inspiration for you sort of comes from like other people's works and other people's music.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yes, I guess it's very usual, it's normal among musicians because every so great musician inspire you because they always tell you something new, and maybe they are a source of inspiration every time. And of course, you have to like them, because if you listen to someone you don't like, that will never be inspiring to you. So you have to do things that you like, and that make you feel comfortable. That works for me every time. So Beethoven is, I'm talking about myself, of course, but I'm sure that you, Martin and Kevin, you have different musicians or other musicians that are very inspiring to you. So it differs from musician to musician. Um,
Yeah.
so because I find it Beethoven is very balanced, and very surprising and very structured at the same time. So it gives me a solid base, and it shows me new paths, new ways, and it's very relaxing. And I always liked this music, and I have liked this music since I was 5 or 6. Yes, I remember my first music score. It was an easy composition by Beethoven, and it was my favorite. So one has to stick to what he likes, and that works a lot for me every time. And I see that Kevin said blues. Yes, the colors are very important, and the daylight. Well, and you know, when it's about temperature, Rob, it's very hard to say because you know it's 35, 36 degrees here every day, and so 20 degrees is a dream.
Right.
It's kind of mirage. You know, when you are in a desert and you think that you see something, or
Palm
that's an
tree.
oasis, that's a town, that's a beautiful woman, but there's nothing in front of you. So 20 degrees, well, I can enjoy the temperature in during springtime. But now 35, 36, last week it was 41 degrees.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
41 degrees. When I got out of my flat, wow, you know, from Italy to the Sahara Desert, and because it's very humid, it's very humid. So when humidity is 80, 90%, you find it hard to breathe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm on the sixth floor, so it's quite windy. And over the last few days, temperature dropped at night. So 35 a day and 17, 18 at night. So it's crazy, like in a desert. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Crazy.
I take
yes.
it you don't have air conditioning.
Yes, I have it, but now I can't use because the house is packed with decorators, builders, and electricians. So they had to go out and come in, go out and come in. So I had to keep all the windows open. I can use it. So it's a mess, but normally I can use it. But you know, I love natural things. So when I'm at my parents' house, I can play more easily. It's a quiet place, but you know, 20 degrees, wow, it's a nightmare. That for me, I'm talking about Italy and summertime here. So I think that it's a bit different where you live. I
Yeah.
guess in England. uh, so
So some of the other things that can inspire is poetry. I think that can inspire song.
yes,
Definitely.
poetry. Yes, art in general. Yes, a good movie too. A good movie too. You know, I love soundtracks. A good movie. A wonderful, a wonderful portrait by a great painter, for example, because you always see things, different, new things, and great artists make you see the world and everything around you in a different way. So you thought that it was just one way to go, and suddenly you realize that there are different ways to go, different perspectives.
And
So,
the other thing I added in was mood.
oh yeah,
Your mood is very important. If you're not feeling inspired, you're definitely not going to be creative.
yeah. Don't ask me to be creative after a grading meeting, you know, with my
Right.
colleagues. Okay.
Or after like a big meal.
Oh yeah, the big meal or before a big match, a
Right.
big football match.
So let's start talking about what kills creativity. So what kills creativity if there are expected evaluations, if someone's going to evaluate your work,
Mm-hmm.
if you're under surveillance, somebody's watching you create,
Yeah,
you're less likely to be creative.
exactly.
This is another interesting one that I come up that Martin's going to like. Contracting for reward. So doing it for a fee, you'll be less creative.
With a deadline. When you
Yeah.
have a deadline, yeah, that's
Yes.
very difficult.
Being constrained on how to do the task. If somebody's telling you how to do this, you're less likely to be creative and find your own way.
Mm.
Also, competition with peers. If you feel that it's a competition to create a better song than someone else, then that's not going to help you with your creative process. You're just going to focus on that and not on the creativity.
I heard a good quote that said, "Don't compare yourself to someone else today. Compare yourself to yourself yesterday."
Right.
Yeah.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
great. I like that.
Yes. Exactly.
Thanks, Kev.
Uh,
Also,
That's worthy to put in the quote of the week as well. You should pop that in addition to the other one. Can you repeat again?
Don't compare yourself to someone else today. compare yourself to yourself yesterday. I think that was it.
Exactly.
Because that's all you can do. Because otherwise, you've got impossible expectations. Because you're always chasing someone else. But you're getting too far away from yourself by doing that.
Yes. Well, deadlines can be lethal to me when you have to do something and you had to create, you had to write a song and finish it within 3, 4, 5 days. You risk being superficial and details and perfection, if perfection exists, of course, will suffer a lot because of that. And competition with peers, not that stimulates me, that spurs me to be better and to show other people that I can do what they can do. So in that very particular, well, it depends on how we have different characters. So I see someone else that you can't do this, or that's something that tells me that I have to show him that I can do that. It's it's a matter of proud, and let me say, a personality.
Well, it depends on how you view it. It could be inspiring, or
Yes.
it could cause you to not be as creative. So
yes, because yes,
it depends on how you look at it.
Yes,
and how that competition is viewed.
Depends on the different perspectives, but surveillance, when someone is watching you, is looking at you, and he's not kind of waiting for you to finish it. I can't do that because I feel that someone is looking at me, is watching over me, is controlling me. That's not that kills creativity, and that makes me nervous. Expert evaluations, when you fear. You're afraid of what people might say about your work, and that you have to forget that. You don't care about that. Just do what you want to do, and let others say whatever they want. But the other people can be very useful, because sometimes they can be they can say stupid things, and other times they can say good things. So you have to find a balance, and that's the most difficult part of it, because you have to be very very clever, very balanced, and you have to distinguish between useful things and useless things, because many people just stop to open their mouth because they envy you, they are jealous about you, and other people talk and say things, but they don't understand what you are doing, and they are not competent. Other people maybe can be harsh, can be very direct, but they can be very helpful. They say, "Oh, this work, this song is not. You have to do this. You have to do that. I'm an expert. I'm a musician, so you should listen to me." And I think that it's a good thing, because if you trust someone, and even that person tells you that you've just done a very bad job, you don't have to be cantankerous, to be touchy. You just have to look at your work and think over it, and think over the words that person said. And so it's very difficult. And sometimes when I happen to listen to very different comments, someone says, "Oh, it's a very good song." Other people say, "No, I don't like it." When you are on YouTube platform, you have to be used to different comments. And because many people said, "Oh, this cover is great." And some months ago, I happened to see a comment, and the comment went like, "Oh, this is terrible." So how can I say that I did a good job? It's very disturbing. So one said, "Oh, it's great." The other one said, "It's terrible." So, you know, social media can be very misleading sometimes.
Yes. Because you don't know where that person's coming from, and you're not talking to them. They're just making a comment, and there's no emotion in that comment.
Yes, you sometimes it seems that you have to trust numbers. You know, 500 likes, 10 dislikes. So it's good. It's a good job.
Right.
Is that really a good job? I don't know, you know, and so it's very difficult because today we reason in terms of numbers. You know, 1 million views. Oh, it's a great work, but you know, sometimes it's not. So, well, things have become very difficult lately, and so extrinsic motivators, yes.
So yes, focusing on extringent
Extrinsic
motivators
motivators, yeah.
like power, money, or fame will kill creativity because you're not primarily focused on the work, you're focused on the result.
Ah, yeah.
And if you focus on the work, the result will come. But if you focus on the result, your work is not going to come.
That happens to a lot of rock bands and pop bands, you know.
Right.
You know, they started you know, doing great music, and then they end up with doing just stuff that sells good, but it's not as good as
Not as creative.
yes, as creative as what they used to do in the past. So
Right.
you know, there's a lot of traps along this.
The other thing that kills
Fun.
creativity, this is probably the biggest one, is distractions. Lose the phone, no social media. You got to focus on what you're doing and maintain that focus until you have finished. And if you find yourself getting distracted, you should go away and come back to it.
Right, yeah. I found myself by not using social media, I've been able to get a lot more done during the day, without a doubt. And I've also got this very good app for your phone. It basically tracks how often you use your phone, how much you open apps, and it gets you nice little graphs. And you'll be shocked at how well I was anyway. You'd be shocked at how often you're on your phone these days. So
Exactly.
Like
I would really recommend installing this app for a month. You know, you'll be quite shocked. I think.
It's built into iPhone.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
But it's you know, was spending up to 3 hours at one point, 3 hours a day on my phone.
Yeah.
3 hours.
3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Well, you think it's a long time, or
yeah, I think that's way excessive.
Or you're an average user.
Well, the majority of it was spending time on Facebook.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So
scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Right.
And
scrolling
and sending them off and
scrolling up and scrolling down. You know.
Yeah.
Hearting this
every time. Oh yeah.
Wowing
look,
that.
exposed.
Yeah. Refresh.
Right.
But
anything else that kills your creativity? Anything else you guys can think of?
A small flat. No, well, when you
that's a good point. Not having the correct space,
a space is spent on your own, because you know when you are writing something, it's like surfing. You are riding a big wave, and someone and all of a sudden someone shows you, pushes you, and you lost that big wave. That's creativity. If someone disturbs you and you are just writing the right notes and the right bars, and you're almost there, and suddenly someone rings, the phone rings, and someone knocks at the door, and you have to go there and open, and so you know.
I've got one for you guys
that kills creativity.
I've got one
that makes me very nervous.
That all you musicians will.
No hitting.
Yes, because you're in the moment, you create it, and then it's like it's gone, you know. But not hitting that record button has killed more artists in their creativity than anything, I think.
Well, I should record myself every time I'm writing something, because you know you might play. I used to. I normally put my fingers on the keyboard and let them do whatever they want, and I improvise, so I should listen to me again and again and pick the good parts of this improvisation, but I always forget to do that, and
Yeah,
so
you can get a good program called Audacity. It's free.
Audacity.
Yeah, and it's you can just USB your keyboard into your laptop or into your computer, and then just record, and it records as a WAV file. So
Mhm.
and with a little bit of tweaking, to get the levels right and the outputs correct, you can just when you plug in your computer, when you plug in your keyboard, just press record on the laptop, and record the whole session.
Audacity. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the
I'll
tip.
send you a link. I'll email you some links.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Just link it in the chat.
Oh yeah, good call.
I've linked a whole bunch of resources of how I built this out. Some of it's my own creation, some of it's from sources, but there's some sources there that have a little bit more detail. So if you're interested in this topic, there's some more resources for you.
Thanks.
So guess what we're going to do right now?
The group exercise.
The
let
group
me guess.
exercise.
I knew you would do that.
We're going to be creative for a little bit since we're talking about creativity. So we are going to do a collective poem.
I wish I could use my keyboard now and accompany you while you are creating a poem. That would be very interesting because chords are like colors. And
all right, so I will start off.
Those challenged people, can you make that type bigger?
I am. Hold on. Relax.
oh yes, my thoughts are like wings on the wind.
Martin, you're up next.
Okay. Give me a second. It's like wings on the wind. Oh, guys, this is hard. Hold on. Wow. Okay. So you just had to put that in there, huh? My thoughts are like wings on the wind.
Friend, bend.
Yeah, I was going more with friend. For each one of them is my friend.
All right. Fabrizio, you're up next.
Well, for each one of them is my friend.
You don't have to rhyme with wind or friend. You can have your own statement.
It's like wings on the wind. For each one of them is my friend. Hold on, and each one of them is my friend, and wherever I go, I see no end. That's what I.
Okay, Kev, you're up next.
It's hard to find a word for wind.
It doesn't have to rhyme with wind.
Okay. Just okay.
Just something free in the flow.
Free thoughts.
My words are like tears in the rain.
I like that. All right. You want to try Glennis, or do you want me to skip you?
Wow. My thoughts are like wings on the wind. For each one of them is my friend. Wherever I go, I seek no end. My words are like tears in the rain.
Can I say falling rain?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, good one. Hang on a minute. I've just got to go and get my charger. I'll be right back.
Sure. You want me to skip you, hun?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if somebody else has something that they can readily come up with.
I'll go.
Oh.
We walk.
Okay, so my thoughts are like wings on the wind. Each one of them is my friend. Wherever I go, I see no end. My words are like tears in the falling rain. We walk down that road and forever remain.
You can start a new stance.
I'm gonna keep it with a 3-line here. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go. We walk down that road and forever remain. Though sometimes they're happy, and sometimes it's pain. Ooh, sometimes it's happy and sometimes it's pain. There we go. Though sometimes it's happy and sometimes it's pain.
They are.
Take.
Oh.
Oh,
Just put like,
however you want it. Yeah.
yeah. So though sometimes they're happy, sometimes, because if you put there, then that next one works. So though sometimes I'm happy and sometimes I'm filled with pain. We could do that. Glennis, will you help on that one?
Oh, I'm just thinking, let's see, those sometimes.
The words are like tears in the falling rain. We walk down that road and forever remain. Though sometimes I'm happy and sometimes in pain.
Yeah, I mean.
okay. Fabrizio, you're up.
Oh, wow. Well, this is autobiographical, personal. I'm thinking about my creation process. My fingers run fast and never in vain, for example. I just saw myself playing the piano. My fingers run fast and never in vain.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Because that could apply to guitarists. It could apply to any musician.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We got 4 rhymes. Rain, remain, pain, vain.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're going to switch it up.
How about you, Gary? How are you doing?
He can't get his audio to work.
Oh, all right. Maybe can he post it to chat if he has any thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, that's for me.
Let me see what the chat. I don't know if he can hear us or not. He's
AFK.
He was having audio problems. I'll go.
Life is a journey yet short.
There we go.
Oh, life is a journey yet short.
Oh, I have one, but you guys can go.
Oh, go. No, if you have it and it follows.
Show your true colors. Take off your mask.
Show your true colors. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Or I would say, comma, take off your mask, do a comma, and omit, Yeah.
Good one. Good one.
Good one. This is good.
Yeah. All right, you're up. Fabrizio.
Show to your true colors. Take off your mask. I have nothing to say, but I've got a lot to ask.
Ooh.
All right. Are you back yet, Kev?
Yep.
You're up next.
Hey, Fabrizio.
Mm.
What if we change nothing to little?
Oh, yes. Yes, the cadence is good. Yeah, I have a little to say, but I have a lot to ask. Okay.
Let's move on from this awful past.
Ooh. Ooh, I like it.
It's getting dark.
Let's move on
From this. What was it again?
Terrible past?
Terrible
Or
past
awful,
would probably
or
terrible past would work a bit better
All
syllably.
right. Okay.
move on from this terrible past.
Go.
and create.
Oh, you're good. Go
I
ahead.
don't know, something and create.
How about this? How's that?
Well, a different word. Let's see, on to new day to create.
Oh, you'd want to remove a new.
Yeah, I think to create.
On to new day to create.
Well, you can put that back. Just the first anew. You can say like
Yeah, you
onto
have
a
two
day to
news,
create
like,
anew.
Onto a day to create what?
Memories?
Memories that will last.
I like it.
To a new day
On to new
to
day
create memories that will last.
last. Jazz mask gas past.
I'll go.
Onto a new day to create memories that will last.
Or would you
hopes
switch
that
those
fade.
two paragraphs? Like, let's move on from this terrible past. Our hopes have faded so fast. Onto a new day to create memories that will last. Would you switch
Okay.
the two just to have it? Because you're kind of going back to negative.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's move on from this terrible past. Our hopes have faded so very fast.
Or do you put our hopes have fade after we have a lot to ask? Our hopes have faded so very fast. Let's move on from this terrible past. So put our hopes above, like,
Oh yeah.
just so there's an order, right? I don't know.
Order of operations. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, makes sense.
Our hopes have faded so very fast. Onto a new day to create memories that will last. Let's move on from this terrible past.
Oh, no. Then put let's move on from this terrible past, and then let's create the memories, right?
Yes.
So I have little to not lots. Our hopes have faded. Let's move on from this terrible past, and then on to a new day to create memories that will last.
All right. And I think that's a great way to end it.
To end it, yeah.
Okay. And what do we call it?
Friend, my
Huh?
friend.
Are like wings on the wind, for each one of them
Wings
is my
on the
friend. Away
wind.
we go, sinuan, where wears the tears in the falling rain.
Like my friend.
My friend, my thoughts are like wings on the wind. For each one of them is my friend. Wherever I go, I see no end. My words are like tears in the falling rain. We walk down that road and forever remain. Though sometimes I'm happy and sometimes in pain. My fingers run fast, but never in vain.
Oh, but
I
never in
changed it.
vain. So do
Yep,
you
I
have to
changed it.
change the answer? Yeah.
Life is a journey, yet short to task. Show your true colors, take off your mask. I have little to say, but have a lot to ask. Our hopes have faded so very fast. Let's move on from this terrible past, onto a new day to create memories that will last. You
Very well.
guys, we are geniuses.
Like it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm
Very
happy
good.
that I haven't ruined it all. And
No, we
you
did
know,
good.
my English is not as good as yours, and then it will never be as good as yours. So I'm very happy that I've just given my little contribution to.
Well, exactly. And that kind of speaks to that branch of your topic about what kills creativity, like kind of being under the pressure of having to deliver, right? So I
Yeah.
think all in all,
Now, no, that was amazing. Now the big question, Rob, is who's gonna, this poem need music. It's music,
It does.
It
and
sure does.
it's music. So, what are we gonna do?
loading music with a little mood.
Each of us his own version, or because if I wish we could work together, and but I don't have the place, the technology. So what do you suggest, Glynis? What do you suggest, Rob, and you, Dave, Kevin, Arden?
What do you think of Fabrizio? You come up with a little bit of music for it, and then we'll get Martin to sing it.
Oh yes.
And you could, if you can't record necessarily, you could use your iPhone and just record playing the keyboard or the piano, and actually just get some rough sound down. You don't necessarily have to run it into the computer or anything like that, and then you'd at least be able to get a starting point.
So, Kevin, you good with melodies?
Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm not really good at writing, but I'm sort of quite good at contributing. So I've done remixes and stuff like that. So, but I'm not necessarily good at coming up with something because I don't really know music as such. It's all playing by ear. So, but if I can contribute towards it, I'd love to.
So how do you feel? How do you feel about this? Sorry for interrupting you. How do you feel about this song? Do you imagine a fast beat or a slow beat? A major chord, a minor chord.
Think wings on the wind. So something.
I think light,
yeah,
and kind of breezy. But then when you get to the sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm pain, it gets like a slight bit moody in the middle. But then you get back up to the floaty sound because you're kind of, releasing pain and negativity and
a ballad.
But you could
ballad,
go from major into minor and then finish off, in the major again as the clouds clear.
My thoughts are like wings on the wind, something like that. I could find I could write the music in 5 minutes.
How about this?
I'm not joking. I'm not joking, Rob. If I had to find the right place without builders, decorators, and people.
Yeah, sure.
But if I were alone on my own and the right place with the right temperature, yes. Okay. Yes, but the first.
It is like an ebb and flow kind of.
Yeah, the
song.
first verse is very inspiring, and when you get started, well, all the rest will be well. The most important, the most difficult thing about music is just starting.
right.
And after starting, when you have something in mind, if you have everything in mind, you just have to put your fingers on the keyboard, take a pencil and write. Like the old way is always the best one.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think that Martin wanted to propose something.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, what if we? Okay, so Kevin, if Gary can hear, and Fabrizio, myself, and even Rob. What if we do a melody of our own? Each one of us do a melody of our own and collab it together.
All right.
See
Good
what
idea.
works best.
Sounds good.
On the fourth line down, my words are like tears on the falling rain. You need to put sometimes only because there's, sometimes with their friend.
But so you're
I
talking
know you
about
have those sometimes I'm happy and sometimes. So too many
No.
sometimes.
No,
three different
But my
versions.
words are like tears in the falling rain.
it's done. I've already
Oh.
sent it out to everybody.
Doesn't mean you can't have
So,
rewrites.
Ross
That's
said
whole part
it's
of the constructive criticism.
Yeah, we can.
Now
we
it's
can
up to
tweak it on the
you.
way.
I don't care about it. Yeah, it's up to you. Just write the music. It's done. Game over. Okay. Okay. Time's up.
Thumbs up. Right,
No,
off you go. Ding ding.
The quiz. who invaded goal in 1958. Time's up. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
Let's
It's
go.
very challenging, yes, but we can do that. But Martin, I'm open to suggestion. Kevin, I'm open to suggestions. So if you, for example, if you want to write the melody, I can write the accompaniment, the piano accompaniment. I could find the right chords for your melody. Well, the best option would be that you do it on your own, and then we listen to different versions and together.
Because
But
ultimately it's a song about positivity, right? So I mean,
yeah, so
like the beginning should be kind of light and floaty, and then
Yeah.
it could, show that life isn't always easy. That there's happiness.
I'm ready.
You get like a little dark, but not too heavy. Getting down because
Yeah. Go
again,
from
there's
major
always
to minor.
yeah, like you were saying, yeah, but not too heavy. Yep.
All right.
Okay, so
Wait.
here.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So I just have like, can we do like a rule for this song? Like one rule.
Mhm.
Okay, no words can be changed, altered, or anything from here.
Yep. Nope. This is what we created.
We have to work off of it.
All right. The only thing I would say is rather than it all be tears, because then that puts a negative. You know how you
Yeah.
had sometimes happy, sometimes pain. I don't
Yeah.
know what happened to the phone. I think I print. Can you just like maybe? I don't know what the qualifying word would be. My words are like tears in the falling rain. I know it can't be sometimes, or often my words are like tears in the falling rain, or not that they're always. My words are like, because my words are like tears in the falling rain. It seems like that's a constant.
No, I get that. That makes sense.
Well, if changes are needed, we can
Like,
add.
Well, if we're gonna make changes, we make it now, and then we lock it down.
Wherever I go, I see.
Like, okay, so what is it? Let me see. Hold on, I got it. What is it? I can do it. It's my words like tears. Okay, like tears. My words. All right. Like tears.
Wherever I go, I see no end.
My words are like tears in the falling rain. We walked on the road.
Like tears in the falling rain, and
Rob,
and sometimes sunny
the date,
days,
July the
tears
10th.
and-
You wrote 20.
Oh, we
Oh,
wrote
yeah,
it in the
that's the
future,
date.
didn't you know?
Yeah, we're in the my words
yeah.
like tears.
It's like Blade Runner. And so I've seen things that other human. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And what about the length?
Wherever I go, I see
No.
no end.
You think it's enough?
Sunny days and.
All right.
How about this? What if we have blemish? Fix it. Right.
Okay.
And we don't. None of us get to know. None of us get to know.
All right.
Only I think
Once she
that
is done with it,
sentence.
she
Be the editor. Put her on the
It's kind of
spot.
that. It's just that.
It's up to you, Glennis, now.
Because you
know what you mean now.
have
I can now
wings
that
on the
now that I'm reading it
wind,
back.
they're
I
my
can-
friend. Wherever I go, I see no end.
She's the
because I mean-
curator and guardian of the song, and
You know, we
everything
walk
is
down
in
that
your
road
hands,
forever
Glennis.
remain.
Let's take this offline.
Okay, goodbye.
Hold on. We're not done. So, quote of the week. Don't compare yourself to someone else today. Compare yourself to yourself yesterday.
Oh, this is it.
Wait,
This is
what?
it.
Oh, did you add another quote too?
I do have another. I have another quote too.
You had
Wait,
a
what was it?
joke too.
What
I
was that
know.
quote?
Don't compare yourself to someone else today. Compare yourself to yourself yesterday.
Because yourself
That
is
was
someone
Kevin.
else. Ooh.
So I have another one. This
Who
one's from
said that? Who wrote that?
That
I
was
don't
Kevin.
know. I'm.
Oh.
It's not from me, but I did hear it from someone. I think I sort of bodged it a bit, but that was the sort of general idea
Mhm.
of it. Oh yeah, nice.
Don't suffer fools or you'll become one. Oh,
That's
wow.
excellent.
that one's from Martin.
Thank you. No, it's actually from Rob. And then I went out and started doing a whole bunch of research on Don't Suffer Fools. And I'm like, this is beautiful, dude.
Mm.
That's kind of like fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. What is it? Fool me.
Yep.
What's that saying?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. No, it should be
Yeah.
fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on my wife. Just kidding.
All right. And I'll end it with the joke of the week.
Wow.
My local college just announced the end of a scientific study.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah, good. Yeah,
yeah,
like it.
and I was about to read that number. Yes, 94% are too lazy to actually read that number.
Two
Yes.
billion 293,618,366.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but none of you read that number.
I couldn't even read that number.
I thought that was a good one.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, does anybody have any other topics they want to discuss this week, or shall we end the call 4 minutes early?
Ooh, why 4 minutes early?
I don't know. If
What
nobody
could
has
come
any
up in 4
topics,
minutes?
I don't know.
Go, Martin. Shoot.
Oh, I was gonna say something. Can you add this to the inspirational thing? I was gonna say something just real fast. It's the people that we meet that's so inspirational, right? And the places that we go. The things that we do, people we meet, the places we go. That's it.
The things that we do, the places we go, the people we meet.
Like it.
Places we. Okay. Places. Ah, yes. Yes.
And we learn that in school, right? People, places, things, you know.
The people who open your mind, yes, they are that stimulate you and make you see things in a different way. Good teachers.
Yeah, like if you're
No.
like rich and you're walking by some poor dude, right? And he's not one of those like fake poor guys, but he's really poor. He's really poor. You sit down, you have a talk with him, and now you have a song to write.
Rob, could you send me please this mind map?
Yeah, I just printed it to PDF. I'll send it out after the meeting.
Thanks a
Cool.
lot.
Thank you.
I like these maps. Very clear and
They're
Yeah,
fun.
good, aren't they? Yeah, they're good. They're a great
very
way of
effective.
breaking things down.
I use these in my work all the time.
I'm using
Gary-
similar things.
Gary
for
told me. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Ooh,
No,
you guys.
sorry. Go on.
Gary told me he has a beach right beside his flat, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So I can only picture Gary going to the beach and being like, "Man, I got a song." Because you can get, the beach is awesome, right? I used to sit on the beach in Hawaii, and that's where a lot of my music came from. Just sitting on the beach, feeling the wind. There's my songs. I don't have to be in love to write love songs, but you can write them just because you're there. You feel it in the moment. You don't have all that noise surrounding you from all those people talking and stuff like that. But on the other hand, when you're in a group of people that are talking a lot, you could have a song again. You're like, ah, there you go. So what I was explaining to Rob over Discord is, basically sometimes you can even be distracted, even though it says that's like not really a good influencer, but you can be distracted, but don't always be distracted. But sometimes put yourself in a situation on purpose to feel the vibe of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be more creative. That's it.
Yeah, makes sense. Good one, Martin.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for your time. I really appreciate it.
Very thought-provoking.
Thank
It'll
you, everyone.
resonate after the meeting, honey.
All right.
I can tell you that. Okay, yes.
All right. Take
Good
care,
to
everyone.
chat to you all. I
All
look
right.
forward to picking up this song.
Thank you,
this
Kevin.
was
Thank
fun.
you, Martin, Glynis, and you, Rob.
Take care, Gary.
Great meeting as usual.
Have a nice weekend, everyone. And Fabrizio,
No,
I'll see you in the football tomorrow.
I knew you would say that.
Oh, so who's up now?
We are all
England and
scared and negative about that, man. No, we are scared to death. So
It's Italy versus England.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Talk about
honestly,
it.
the best two teams in the tournament.
It's the final.
Yeah, it's the final, but I'm not saying that because I'm superstition. I want to jinx it, but we stand no chance. So I'm very relaxed. So I'm gonna watch the TV.
Yeah,
So when
have a
does
beer.
that play tomorrow?
Yes,
Tomorrow
and
at 8.
see 80,000 British guys yelling at us. So
Is it being played in England?
yes, in London at Wembley.
Ah,
yeah.
That's why I said we stand no chance. we are like, in the big Coliseum when gladiators have to fight, and everyone was yelling at them, and so we are like that, and so it will be Italy defending all the time, and England hitting us badly.
We'll see.
That-
I will raise a glass to you.
Off your mailing list.
That's great, but I'm a very I'm a sportsman, so let the best win. So
Mhm.
it
luck.
will be a great match. So
what time is the tournament on?
8 o'clock
9
British
o'clock,
time.
9 p.m. here, an hour behind.
Oh, so we'll be earlier.
Three.
No, we're earlier? Yeah, oh
Yes.
good.
I
Okay.
guess 3
We'll see if it's
p.m. in the
later.
afternoon
Yep.
in New Jersey, I guess.
That's what I said.
We'll
Are
see
you
if
gonna
we
watch
can
that?
tune. I don't know. We'll see if it's available and if we can tune in. I'm not sure what channel it would be on
BBC, I think.
for us here.
Yes.
BBC, you say?
BBC. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can get that.
I'll
And you
check
will
it
see,
out.
Glennis, our goalkeeper is a giant, and one of our strikers is a dwarf. That's Italy. So you want, that's Italy. Just look at our goalkeeper and our the left striker, whose name is Insigne. So he's got mustache and the beard. So.
But is that an advantage? Maybe him being shorter on some level, he can kind of get in and under.
No.
No, he's saying no.
Sadly not.
No.
Sadly not.
No, Glennis, like I said, I'm relaxed. So I'm just sitting on with my friends and
Well,
match.
let's hope it's not like a complete wipeout. I mean, it's some good competition, and it's.
Oh yeah,
you
it will
know,
be.
it's
England
good.
aren't that good. Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
It will be a good
It's
game.
not gonna be a no contest match. No, I'm not saying that, but because
Okay.
those teams are very good ones, so it's gonna be a good match. But England, I've seen all the matches played by England, and so they deserve the final, and they are one of the best teams around. So, and there's another interesting final: Brazil versus Argentina. A few hours later, and Argentina are playing in Brazil, so they are like Italy. So they are playing away. So 4 great teams and 2 great finals. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Okay. Well,
Well, take care, everyone, and have a lovely
Ciao,
weekend.
Kevin. Ciao,
you
Kevin.
as well.
All right.
Have a great weekend, all of you.
Bye,
Ciao, Martin.
everyone.
Guys.
Ciao, Rob.
care,
Ciao,
everyone.
Glennis.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Ciao, ciao.